Hi everyone, it's Amazing Buys and we are back again with another fragrance review. We have a lot to discuss, guys. So if you haven't already, you already know what I'm going to say. Hit the notification bell, like and subscribe, and let's get started. As you've seen from my shorts, I took a trip to Sephora, but what you don't know is that I also went to a couple of other stores, so we have a lot to discuss. There is a lot of fragrances coming out. Guys, have you noticed that they are just coming back to back to back to back with the fragrances? Like we just, get a decent or a good one and it's just like, hey, here's another one. So yeah, we have a lot to discuss and these are going to be coming out really soon, guys. If you haven't already seen my short on the new Sol de Janeiro After Hours, we're going to talk about that one first. The top notes to that is black currant, pear nectar. The middle notes is midnight jasmine, vanilla cream, and lush freesia. The base notes are amber woods and caramelized patchouli. Do not let that patchouli scare you because this one I would say is a great Sol de Janeiro fragrance. And this is like comparing to the last three that they came out with. I think it's like Win in Rio, Bikini Season. And I can't remember that fresh one, what it was called. But I talked about that before in my previous videos. I loved Bikini Season. It had those guava notes in it. I loved it because I love tropical scents. But when I tell you when I sprayed that on my wrist and left the store and was like, where did it go? I'm sitting there asking my family members like, hey, do you smell it? No. I'm telling you, those were not long lasting, in my opinion, on my skin. For After Hours, guys, this lasted almost all day. From like morning all the way till late afternoon when I was gonna take a shower, I could still smell it and it was still strong. This doesn't have that off-putting patchouli smell that some people are afraid of. This was very warm, it was ambery. I really liked this one. I felt like it did have those fruity and the floral notes, but as it dries down, the fruitiness goes away and you just get that like really warm floral. I feel like it's really good for date night. You're getting ready for bed. As I've said before, technically you can wear fragrances any time of day, whatever you feel like it, whatever season you feel like. But I feel like this would do really good in cold weather. I feel like it would really do good at night. So, after hours, right? So I really enjoyed this fragrance, guys, and it is long lasting compared to, like I said, the previous release that it came out with. So that is Sol de Janeiro After Hours. For the next fragrance that I checked out at Sephora was YSL Myself. This cologne, I feel like if you like the other YSLs for men, you'll enjoy this one. So mind you, I'm getting these notes from the actual website, not Fragrantica or any others. It says that it's like fresh and woody, but it does have that citrusy smell. So the fresh that it's talking about is freshness, but also like fresh citrus. I think that this one, I wouldn't say that it's exactly unique, but it does smell really good. I think that this is a great purchase. So if you're looking for something, like I said before in my previous videos, we are still in a heat wave. So if you are looking for something to freshen you up in the hotness, guys, I think Myself would be a great fragrance purchase. For the next one that I picked up and tried was the Paco Rabanne 1 Million Royal. This one, it was good. I feel like if you like the other ones, the other flankers, I feel like you would enjoy this one. Do I feel like it was unique? Not really. But let's go over the notes. For the notes, we have Licorice, Rose, Divana, and Apple. The middle notes is Cedarwood and Osmanthus. And then the base notes is Benzoin, Cedarwood, and Patchouli Duo. Like, the same thing for YSL Myself. For me, I wouldn't feel like this was like a must grab, a must have. I definitely think that you should try it. But for those who don't like the other Paco Rabannes, I don't think that you would like this one because there's a similarity. Like they're in the same family. Apple didn't fall too far from the tree is what I'm saying. My husband was with me. We tried it and it was just like, all right. I'll look for something that's a bit more unique. That was both of our opinions without us even like, sometimes we can look at each other and we just know. That was my thoughts on Paco Rabanne 1 Million Royal. And speaking of family, we have Paco Rabanne Phantom Parfum, the cologne. This one is the black robot. So I feel like, once again, if you like the other colognes in that line, I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate this one. Let me read the notes first. The notes is rhubarb, lavender, and vetiver. And then it says the scent type is citrus and woods. I don't know. I don't think I was too much of a fan of this one. I feel like this one is very youthful. I think it would be a great gift to give like someone in high school or early 20s. But would I want my husband to smell like this? Not really. Like I said, it's not a bad scent. I just feel like it's just eh. As far as it being earthy, I would say it does have a little bit of earthiness in it. But like I said, to me, I'm not saying this because of how the bottle is, but I've smelled all of them in that line where they look like robots, and I just was not wowed by any of them. And that's even in the women's. I just personally don't prefer them. That is my thoughts on Paco Rabanne Phantom Parfum. For the next one I tried out, I'm pretty sure I tried this before, but it was Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. This one I feel like is polar opposite of what I just talked about, because this one I feel like this is a grown man scent. It is projecting. I feel like it's a date night scent. And let's get into the notes. So the top notes is cardamom, Indian, or purr. Middle note is amber accord, and then the base is tonka bean, Venezuela Absolute. This is one of them grown man scents. Like I said, projecting. I feel like it's warm. Polar opposite. I think this was a great scent. Would I purchase it for that price? I don't know, because y'all already know Tom Ford is pretty pricey, but I do think this one is a good one nevertheless. Let me know what your opinion is on it. For the next one, guys, this one took me by surprise. So this is the brand new Fleur called Father Figure. I was just kind of like, oh, maybe this is going to be masculine. Like, I had all these pre-thoughts about it just because of the name, but I still wanted to try it because I think all of their scents is unisex anyways. The notes is lush fig, orris root, sandalwood, and vanilla Madagascar. So we were talking about something being more unique. Guys, this one is unique. I would definitely try this out, whether you're into colognes, into perfumes, masculine, feminine, whatever. I would try this one. Don't be afraid of the name. This one isn't actually harsh or, too masculine or anything. And it has a uniqueness about it. I feel like this one could be an everyday scent. When you see vanilla in the notes, that Madagascar vanilla, don't think this is like the typical vanilla. This one is so complex, and I feel like, that's why I said I feel like it's unique, because with those notes blended together, guys, I'm just like, what do they mean by father figure at this point? I don't know how to explain it. It was like so confusing because it seems like it's fresh, and then it seems like it could be a little bit masculine, but not really. And then it feels like it has like a creaminess to it. I think it's because that sandalwood. I don't know. You definitely have to try this one out to see how it's on you. I'm telling you, it's very unique. And speaking of that like creaminess, the next one, I'm pretty sure I tried it before too. It's just the name caught my attention. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. But it's Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamom. I told you, I don't know. This year I've noticed that note. I really am enjoying that note in fragrances. The top note is cardamom, middle note is mimosa, and the base is tonka bean. I feel like when you hear tonka bean, it's just most of the time it's an automatic like, this is gonna be good. I just feel like this one had that creaminess. I feel like this one also can be an everyday scent. I really enjoyed this one. On the website, it says, mist of honeyed golden mimosa float above the spiciness of freshly crushed cardamom, creamy tonka and smooth sandalwood woven under powdery heliotrope, damask rose, picked at dawn. It is warm, ethereal, and mesmerizing. I feel like that pretty much describes it. It's like all those notes blended when it just works really nice. I feel like this is something someone would be wearing like when they're wearing white and like at like some fancy brunch or something. I really enjoyed that scent. Again, that's Jo Malone, Mimosa, and Cardamom. This one, I don't know how this one got past me. I know everybody right now in the fragrance community is talking about Burberry Her Elixir. Those are the ones everybody is focusing on because of those strawberry notes. But in Sephora, I seen they actually had Burberry Her London Dream EDP. And this one was pretty decent. I don't see like that many people talking about it. So the keynotes is lemon, rose, and musk, which let me tell you caught me off guard because when I first smelled it, I smelled like white florals. So I feel like when it says rose, it must not be like a red rose or a pink rose. It must be like a white rose. And then you can see in the picture when I recorded it, obviously like it has white florals and like yellowish. So to me, that's what it's giving off when I smell it. But I think that it's pretty decent. It smells kind of fancy. It smells like something you can wear in the office. I really enjoyed it. Is it better than Burberry Hers, like the pink ones, or even like the green one? In my opinion, no, because I like fruitiness. And then the green one, I think it has pear notes in that. I'm gonna double check that. But I like pear notes. I prefer those a little bit more over this one. But this one is still a good buy. Definitely try that out. That is Burberry Her London Dream. By the way, I do want to mention when I say white florals, because even myself, when I hear white florals, I'm like, mature. But this one is not mature smelling. This one, it's like a very fresh, fancy, like how I was describing it. So it's not mature, guys. For the next item that I seen was a little gift set of the Huda lip gloss. I think it was Queen of Sheba was the name of the lip gloss in it, and then it had Kayali Gelato. And I'm gonna read the notes for that. I know everybody knows about that, but this is my video. Okay, so the top notes, and this is gonna be a mouthful because this fragrance has a lot. So top notes is Italian bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, and cardamom. Middle notes is geranium, white peony, muguet, jasmine, raspberry, and white peach and pear. The base notes is whipped cream, marshmallows, cotton candy, Turkish delight, accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. Like I said, that is a mouthful. I know like a lot of people were expecting something that is straight pistachio ice cream. They wanted it. I love gourmands myself, and I will say that when I first tried it, this is not my first try, I'm just showing you the gift set. But when I first tried it, I was expecting that too. Kind of like how Boom Boom Cream has that pistachio note, or just other like really nutty fragrances. But this did not, I don't know, reading the notes are not giving what I thought they were going to give. And let me tell you, so I personally love hazelnut. When Dunkin', we're gonna pause right quick. When Dunkin' got rid of their hazelnut flavor, like that's the only cappuccino that I used to get. I couldn't believe it. My heart still hurts. It hurts. I was expecting a lot from that hazelnut, the sweet rum, obviously like the pistachio gelato. I was just expecting so much. You know, I think that it's a great scent. Mind you, I want to get this for my personal collection myself. But just reading the notes, I don't know. This is one of those fragrances where I'm just like, I want to see people's reviews. I want to see people's videos. And I feel like it was getting a lot of hype. And the way that they were describing it was not what I smelled in person, on paper, or my skin. I just thought a lot of these notes were going to jump out, and they didn't. But I do recommend trying it. I do recommend getting it. I think that it's a great fragrance. So far, she has not missed in her fragrances. So I think there's only one that I don't like, and I want to say it might be the pink pepper one. And I think that's because I don't really prefer that note. It's one of them that I don't like but that's one out of all of them. So overall, I think that it's a pretty good brand. I think Kayali Pistachio Gelato is a good scent. I've never personally tried Huda Beauty, but the color looks pretty, so you get a little gift set. So for the next fragrance, I talked about this also in a previous video. We have Tom Ford Cafe Rose. If you are into rose, if you're into coffee, I would definitely try this. That's what it is combined, guys. Coffee and rose. So the notes to this is literally, it's the warm floral category. And then the notes is rose essence, rose absolute, and coffee. Rose and coffee. So if you are a fan of both, this is perfect for you. I think that is pretty decent. And when it does say warm family, that is a warm rose that you're going to get, not a fresh one. Do I think it's pretty good? Yes. I'm wondering if my mom would like that because she loves those notes. So that is, again, is Tom Ford Cafe Rose. And speaking of fragrances that I already talked about, somebody mentioned this in my comment section, that Ariana Grande Cloud Pink smells like Cheirosa 68 from Sol de Janeiro. And so I was at Sephora and I'm like, I'm not leaving until I see for myself, because I've tried that fragrance, but now that I know like definitely how Cloud Pink smells, I definitely want to compare the two. Guys, whoever says that these two don't smell alike, they're lying. I'm just gonna flat out say it. They are lying. These two smell exactly the same. So let me read the notes, because it's very similar to Cloud Pink. So this is the fruity floral family. The top notes is pink dragon fruit, lychee essence. The middle notes is Brazilian jasmine, ocean air, hibiscus, and the base notes is sheer vanilla and sun musk. Let me tell you, these smell just alike. I feel like 68 is better than Cloud Pink. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Maybe it's unpopular opinion. I don't know, but I feel like it is. And let me tell you the reason why. Because that fruity, that floral notes that you're getting in 68 last longer than in Cloud Pink. Because in Cloud Pink, you guys saw how many times I was spraying that on my wrist. And I'm just like, the fruity notes is there, the floral notes is there, but it's just disappearing so fast. In Cheirosa 68, it actually lasts longer. So the fruitiness, yes, in 68 eventually dies down, and then you get that floral and that, you know, creaminess, the musk and stuff that you get just like in Cloud Pink, but that floral lingers around. So when people say in reviews or whatever that it doesn't smell like 68, I don't know what they're smelling. I know everybody's nose is different, but guys, this is spot on. Whoever said that in my comment section, you was right. You was right. I even went back and commented and I was like, you were absolutely right. It's the same. It is the same. That's what I was saying in my previous video. I was like, did we get duped? That's just my opinion. I told you I'm going to always keep it real on my channel. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's the same thing. I know that Cloud Pink is technically a perfume and Cheirosa 68 is technically a body mist, but if you was wanting those floral and fruity notes, stick with the body mist. It's cheaper. To me it kind of smells better just because those notes linger around more. So I definitely prefer 68 over Cloud Pink. Ooh, got a little bit too hype. My necklace is getting in my locks. I just had a fresh retie, guys. Can you see it? Thank you guys for watching. I'll be uploading part 2 tomorrow. And as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping.